You do need to live as you are and like the best version of that. And I think, yeah, I think that's the idea we have when we say being the best version of yourself. I think there's something about that. And of course, actually knowing what that is and doing it is much, much harder than just the concept of it. But I think that can lead to a lot of meaning in life where, in everything, whatever it is, career, family, relationships, spiritual development, you do feel like you're moving up, you're moving forward. And I think you can't help but feel a sense of purpose. And then as you move forward, also new possibilities open up when you're not repeating the same patterns or something like that mindlessly. You're aware of new opportunities opening up, and I think that definitely gives you a sense of purpose and
Yeah. Yeah, that
possibility.
that reminds me of there's that sort of cliche or often quoted thing of like doing the same thing over and over again is the definition of and expecting different results is the definition of insanity,
Yeah.
right? And one of my problems with that is that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is also the definition of practice.
Hmm.
Think of playing the piano, playing the scales. You're
Mm.
doing the same thing over and over again, but you're trying to develop a different. And
Mm.
that bugged me for a long time. And I tried to understand because they're both pointing at something true, and yet
Mm.
they seem to be contradicting each other. The truth doesn't contradict itself. So what
Mm.
am I missing?
Mm.
And I think the key there is what you're talking about is attention, is like is
Mm.
noticing what you were doing, is being there, is conforming to the practice. If you are aware and you are engaged in what you are doing, then you notice little things you can change and get better at. And then you're not doing the same thing exactly.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
doing
I agree.
slightly different things and getting better at it. But you also can just practice and practice and practice and not get anywhere with it because you're not engaging in the process. I have found these podcasts really helpful for me in watching them once they come up and seeing myself on the screen and hearing myself talk as an objective thing, as like, oh, I listen to a lot of podcasts. Here's another one. It just happens to have this person named Ian on it. What's he like? And seeing myself in that sort of objective way has been interesting. I
Mhm.
feel like it's helped me engage in this process in a way that um, that I wouldn't have if I were to just do the first time over and over and over again.
Hmm.
And so there's something about that observing of the self that is helpful, but how to do that in the present moment without slipping into that further and further removed observer who isn't actually present to their life anymore is I think a complicated thing for me. Um, but yeah, I think that growth process that you're talking about is reinforced by our presence, by our willingness to engage in our lives and in the process. That
Yeah.